Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to quickly show you how to create your own custom directives in Angular. It's shown quite well here in the documentation, so we can now just walk through this example here, which is a text highlight directive. So let's go to our code here and let's create a terminal. So let's create a directive using the Angular CLI. So let's do ng generate directive and let's call it highlight, which is what it says here. And we now have the directive file here, and we can now write our code here. Okay, so let's look through the documentation. So the first thing we want to take note of is the directive CSS attribute selector, which is app highlight. And it's the square brackets that make it an attribute selector, meaning that within the HTML, we can type in, for example, here, app highlight, and that would be a valid use of the directive syntax because we are using the square brackets surrounding the name of the directive. So that's how you do that. So to get a reference to the element that the directive is being applied to, we can within the constructor get the element, okay, and here we can now change properties on that native element. So we can do dot native element dot style dot background color is equal to yellow. Okay, save that and save this as well with the directive being applied to these random strings here. And let's go to our app. And now, as you can see, we have these yellow backgrounds on these items here, which is awesome, right? And we don't have it on this paragraph tag here because we haven't applied the directive to that. So that's how you build a very basic highlight directive. We can change this up a bit and put this to any color. So say red, for example, and we'll now get red or green. Or we can do something a bit more interesting using the renderer in Angular. So we can get the renderer of type renderer 2, because that's the latest version that we'll be using. And we can then use this dot renderer dot private renderer here, dot add class to the elements, and we can add the class of test. And when we inspect these elements here, we can see that they have a class of test. So now we can actually go to the CSS and add this class here and say that the font size has to be 20 pixels and that the font color has to be red. And if we save this now, oh, it's the text color. Yeah, so save that now. And now we have this being updated here with the test class styling, which is pretty cool. So that is how you build a basic directive in Angular. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, be sure to post them down in the comments below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. See you next time.